This is how I wish I did my makeup for school. Welcome to my channel. My name is Anita. Today we're just doing like this sort of clean girl look. It's more matte, but it's definitely wearable and hyperpigmentation friendly. Because the one thing you know about these clean girl everyday simple looks is they're never brown girl friendly. Everyone's always throwing on like one color all over their face and calling it a day. No, like I look great if I do that. So today I'm going to show you like everything that I would do if I could go back in time and like teach myself about color correction and just how to do like a natural beat, little flushed look. I already did my brows. I use the Got To Be Glued, the fuck is this, spiking glue in my brows always. I just comb it through and then straighten that shit out and go in with my Morphe brow pencil in chocolate mousse. I love how skinny this is, so that's perfect. Okay, next is a tinted serum. This is the tinted serum foundation. It has a little bit more coverage and I think it's less greasy. This Fenty skin one is pretty greasy, but I like how hydrating it is because I have dry skin. Like I always make sure I look shiny like a glazed donut before I start my makeup. But if you have oily skin, you're probably not gonna like this very much. Try the L'Oreal tinted serum, or I think the Maybelline tinted serum is actually even more matte. This is not very matte. Like the fact that I have it should be a red flag for you if you're an oily girl. I love the finish that this Fenty tinted serum gives me. I keep saying tinted serum, but it's an SPF. I did not have a color corrector back when I was in school, and I did not know the concept of color correcting, but this is a must if I'm gonna be putting any complexion product on my face because it's gonna look ashy around here otherwise. This is the NYX Pot Concealer. This is the orange one. Okay, now that we look like we ate out an Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa, Oompa Dee Dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
Let's finally blend out this SPF. See, I just really like how it evens everything out and gives you like a luminous glow. Although this is probably too oily for some people. I don't know, not my problem. I like to buff out any brush marks that are left with this beauty blender. I definitely didn't know how to use concealer back then, so we're gonna go in with a really good concealer. This is the Hourglass full coverage concealer. It's like a filter, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in here. And I like to scrape off the excess product because I'm not going for like a full beat right now. You know, this is like a school friendly look. And I'm just gonna use this tip, whatever the fuck it's called, to spread the product out. We're gonna let that sit so we really get the coverage on there. And I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow contour in medium tan. Just gonna add some dimension back to my face because I literally covered up my natural contours. This contour, by the way, is very blendable, so it is like, it might be a bit much to like contour your face for school, but this one actually does blend out really nicely. So it looks very natural and skin-like. That's the thing about brown skin, like you cannot get away with just putting one color all over your face. Like you gotta add some of that like natural pigmentation back and in the right places, and it just like really adds a little something to your face. I really wish I wore more makeup to school and college because I don't know, it's just like fun, you know, like you're just enjoying yourself, you're having fun with it, and I just think I really missed out on that. I was too busy being super self-conscious, worrying about what my crush is gonna think of me, trying to blend into the background for no reason. Like, no, like it's just so nice to see younger people expressing themselves now. I just wish I expressed myself more when I was younger. See, that's like very subtle, but it like did a little something. So before we blend the under eyes out, I'm gonna get my powder ready. I actually usually use my Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom powder. I love that guy. But I'm gonna go in with this more affordable powder. This is a Maybelline Fit Me powder. So let's blend her out. If you don't have the Hourglass concealer, you can use the e.l.f. Halo Glow. It's called the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. You can use that. Just use like a highlighting shade under your eyes. If you want a more affordable option, I think the LA Girl concealers are also really good. I haven't tried them ever, but I always see people using them. I just like never saw them at my drugstore, but they're in like every drugstore friendly video. I did used to use the NARS concealer when I was in college and it was really creamy, but it creased so bad and I didn't really know how to do my makeup. I did not know how to deal with creasing like at all. Okay, so the under eyes are blended out. We're gonna take whatever's left on the beauty blender and just like add a little dimension over here, like the front parts of your face. I don't know if that makes sense. And your chin. Then I'm gonna take some of this Maybelline Fit Me powder in medium deep and spread it out on the powder puff. Honestly, I would prefer a lighter shade for my under eyes, but this is the only Maybelline powder I have. Definitely buy a couple shades of this powder because it's like genuinely so good. Okay, before going in, make sure you blend all the creases. This is gonna take away some of that brightness, but that's just because of the shade of powder I have. But I just love the finish on this powder. Is so good. Look at that. That looks so good. I always bring my concealer and the powder up to my nose bridge like this. I'm just gonna take that powder puff and just kind of like dab it all over my face. Now I'm taking a powder brush and getting that same Maybelline Fit Me powder on a brush for like a little distributed, like less coverage, and just going over like shiny spots to kind of set that in place. And then you want to grab a lighter shade of the Maybelline Fit Me powder, but I don't have that, so I'm just gonna use my Huda Beauty powder. It's gonna go in with this little powder brush just to get like a light coverage to brighten this area a little bit. Okay, then I'm taking a brown eye pencil. This is by Gensee Beauty. This is the shade Milano. I actually use this as a lip liner because it is like the perfect cool brown contour shade for my lips, but I did put some on my eyes already and I really like it. It's like very subtle. If you don't want to stress yourself out with like a sharp eyeliner moment, just use like a crayon and just use a brown because it is like a lot more forgiving. Like it makes a line like that, and if you don't like how harsh that is, just like rub it out and it will look like a little smoky, but like not anything too much, you know? Just like define the bottom lash line a little bit. We're not doing lashes for school. Fuck that. These are my two favorite mascaras. This is the Essence Lash Princess one. Everyone knows about this one. And this is the Fenty Beauty one, which I got in PR. I'm gonna use the Fenty one because I actually like it better than this. And just look at the difference that made. Like, I just look so much more awake. I'm gonna use the same eye pencil to line my lips a little bit. Nothing too crazy. I like to line my double lip line so it looks more natural. Look at that. That's just my lips, you know? I've been really loving this Kulfi Beauty staining lip oil, especially the shade Rose. It is the lightest shade, but it's just like so flattering and so natural. Look at that. It goes on really light, but it stains a little darker and it just looks like so natural. It's like the perfect pink shade for me. If you have dual toned lips, like this is literally what our lips look like. Like y'all saw me without makeup, right? I just like enhanced it. I just like made my makeup literally look like my lips, but like a little better. But you can also like blend that lip liner out a little bit so it doesn't look as crazy. If you don't have dual toned lips, like it might, you know, look a little crazy for you. I just like to accentuate the features that I naturally have. And that's what I would have liked to do when I was younger. Back then, I did not wear blush at all, but we can throw on a little blush. This is the Milani Coral Cove blush. It's really pretty. I was gonna say, if you're wearing this to school, you probably don't want to do too much blush, but like do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're going for just a natural flush, just add it like right there. Do you see how like it looks like I'm blushing or glowing from within? Damn, if I knew how to do my makeup like this in high school or college, like you can put some on your nose a little bit. Okay, that's the finished look. Just throw on some setting spray and you're good to go. It looks very skin-like, very natural. There's not really like clockable bronzer. Sometimes that can get a little like muddy looking, so I didn't do that. Just a little subtle contour and blush, a little brightening, a little color correcting. Do y'all wear blush to school? Do y'all wear like a full face of makeup to school? Because I wish I did. Okay, that's the look. Let me know if you try it. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It also helps me out so I can make more content. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm on Tay like pretty much everywhere except Twitter, but like I don't give a fuck about Twitter anymore. So if you do this look, let me know if your crush looked at you, because that would make my day. Okay, bye. See you in the next video.